This is the local and national news from Fabulous 103 FM, and it would be fabulous if you subscribed. It's easy. Click the subscribe button, and at the same time, click the like button too. Asian and Asean central banks, including the Bank of Thailand, are reported as creating a local currency settlement program that would allow transfers without using the US dollar as a median currency. Aimed at mutual trade and investment, those in favour quote the volatility of the US dollar, but have also included a plan for the Chinese yuan inclusion, and the Bank of Thailand governor quoted as saying that the bank here encourages transfers via 4 currencies, those of China, Japan, Malaysia and Indonesia, having renewed an agreement with China in 2020, which was valid for 5 years but of course was hard to implement during the COVID era. In the capital, faulty wiring has been blamed for the destruction of 44 wooden homes, which blazed until yesterday morning. With no casualties reported, it's believed that the fire originated in an empty home that was under renovation and then spread due to the heavy winds that caught the capital through the night. It may not be a love match made in heaven, but the 2 main parties elected by Thailand and currently heading up the planned coalition are struggling to agree on who will have what job in the planned new parliament. With Move Forward, an election winner, claiming the Prime Minister's position for its leader, Pheu Thai is determined to hold the Speaker's seat despite Move Forward's plan to hold that too for themselves in order that they can facilitate the speedy changes to law promised during the election. 49 Burmese were caught and charged with illegal entry at a natural border area following a tip-off that saw the army monitor the area where they entered Thailand. With no paperwork, each had paid 20 to 30,000 baht to so-called guides who promised them safe passage and jobs here. By the time they were nabbed, their guides had fled, and all will be duly sent home. Falling global fuel prices combined with other factors may just see electricity rates here drop by up to 3/4 of a baht. That's according to the Energy Ministry, who predict that change by September, and who responded as many looked in shock at their power bills for last month. A stark rise of up to 30 to 40% is blamed on the extreme heat, air conditioning, and of course the rising cost of power. And in Samut Prakan, the tale of a botched gold robbery hit the wires yesterday. With his motorbike parked nearby, a man entered a gold shop, robbed it, and then fired at an electrically locking door. That duly shattered, but as he made his getaway, a couple of local police heard the shot and raced to the scene. He fired at them, they at him, and funeral plans were being mooted by his family. Meanwhile at home and in Pataya, a 39-year-old man has been arrested, charged and confessed to the slaying of a good-time girl in the city who was discovered days ago with multiple stab wounds. He'd fled to his home province but was returned here yesterday amid claims that they'd fought over 30,000 baht she owed him, that during a fight she'd grabbed a shard of glass to attack him, and he had duly responded, leaving her with 11 stab wounds after first choking her. Her family has already confirmed that she had a drug problem and had worked here after losing a sales job elsewhere. A 34-year-old Korean bar manager who crashed into a roadworks sign at 4 o'clock in the morning yesterday is reported as demised by authorities who rushed him to a local hospital. Police are reviewing camera footage, but sadly numerous roadworks here are either unlit or don't even have warning signs around them. This one did. Tuesday night and Wednesday early morning, downpours here in the city saw a tiny amount of road flooding, but for once the drains really did what they were supposed to do, and most areas were cleared very quickly after an hour or so of heavy rain. But that may just be a taster of what's to come over the next few weeks, as the Met Office reports that a typhoon in the Pacific is heading our way. That's likely to drop in power to monsoon storms if and when it reaches Thailand. But the outlook is, for the next few weeks, a very wet nation. And at the same time for our region, they predict highs today of 32, dropping down to 29, and most of the country expected to be cloudy, with several heavy thunderstorms, and the real feel of 39. Real feel is now an accepted official term globally, describing what the temperature really feels like based on wind, humidity, temperature, and the intensity of the sun. It is of consequence, as the real feel is directly proportionate to possible heat stroke or dehydration, and is used by most weather experts today, and we plan to continue quoting it for your convenience daily. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme, Like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below.